What's going on, a Copywriting Call podcast? It's your boy Loso 2.0, the copy got himself. And today we're going to talk about cutting out that sense of entitlement. There's nothing that I personally myself dislike more than someone who feels like they're entitled to something. And if you dealt with retail, I only did 2 years, but just retail, I actually dealt with sales. You know, the one thing is customers feel so entitled, but people that are in sales complain about the customers feel entitled, but they feel just as entitled for everything as well. Oh my gosh, please don't let me get started with this, right? It's crazy because when a customer comes in and they're just like, yeah, you need to do this for me, or I'll do this, that, and the third, and I'll leave, da 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 da. Especially like those bigger corporations, they are okay. And not even bigger corporations, right? Even you, as you know, in your business, someone threatens to leave you. Remember, we kind of talked about this, especially with relationships, right? We talked about the idea of like someone threatening to leave you, puts your guard up, and makes you actually want to leave them. Like, it actually makes you want to leave them. Like when someone threatens to leave you. So you have to actually threaten to, like, you can't threaten people to leave you. They have to cut that sense of entitlement. You have to cut that sense of entitlement out. You are not deserving of anything. And I know that sounds crazy, and I hate the fact that I said that, right? But it's true. You do not deserve anything. Everything you get, you have to earn from the muscle. You are not entitled to this. Now, I know people who have a position that I got, right? I know people who have applied to it. They done really good, and they had their head pumped up, and they are an airhead now. And then when they didn't get it, it's I put my heart and soul into this and to this business, and no one even looked my direction. No, people looked your direction, but it's the fact that you have a sense of entitlement and you think that you deserve more than what you deserve. No one is going to hand this to you on a silver platter. Okay? No one is going to. You have to earn every single thing that you get. Honestly, you have to earn every single thing that you get. Because people are not going to put you on a silver platter. People are not going to show you that, you're treat you like some type of god, even though we all are gods and goddesses because we're made in the image and likeness of the Most High. That's not the point. People are not going to treat you like that, though, because you don't deserve it over another person. Okay? You really don't. You do not deserve to be, top of your, do whatever you do. You do not deserve everything you get, you have to earn it from the muscle. The way that I see it, right, is like, you should always feel that anybody could take your spot anytime. And when you move in this type of direction and you move with this type of way, you will always be working harder than the next person. Because remember, someone will always be working harder than you, right? I spend an hour in my business every day, working on my business, putting out content for you guys, right? Working on my newsletter, working on my book. I spend an hour every day doing that. And you guys, you know what I mean? There's probably people out there that spend maybe 2 hours on their business or 3 hours. So I will never catch up with them if they do it every single day, but I'm slowly going to keep transitioning more into my business. Now, there's more people, like I said, there's more people that do that. Now, I will say this, right? The difference, though, is like these person may work 3 hours here on their business one day, and then 3 days later do 3 hours of their business. And then 4 days later, 3 hours in the business because they put too much onto it. And then that's when they start to fall off a little bit. But me, when they're doing that, in the meantime, I'm 1 hour, every single day, consistency. If someone does 3 hours a day and then doesn't do it for another week, and I'm doing an hour each day, I'm already 7 hours. I'm 4 hours ahead of them because I beat them with consistency. And that's how you should look at anything, right? When it comes to working out. Okay, let me just do a little bit each day. The way I look at it, right, is I knock out probably like 100 something push-ups every single day. Do, probably 50 pull-ups or whatever a day. And then do my core every single day, right? 100, right? 100, 200. Every single day. No breaks. And when I do it every single day, that all adds up to more than, and I was wondering, like, why do I still look fit even though I'm not, working out every single day or not doing as so much, right? Like, I'm not doing like 2,000, you know what I mean? Like, not going crazy, 2,000 reps and all that stuff. And it's because of this. So let me just break this down for you guys, right? Cut out your sense of entitlement. You are not entitled to anything. In fact, everything you get, you have to earn from the muscle. You cannot have your head blown up because you've been at something a long time. I had people tell me, like, even when I was hooping before, right? Like, y'all was hooping with some old heads, passing me the ball, throwing bad passes and stuff, telling me, hey, and I'm just like, hey, man, you throwing bad pass? I've been doing this since before you can walk. Just because you've been doing this for 25 years, or 23 years, whatever, does not mean that you were doing a good 23 years. You feel me? So it's like you can't just have that sense of entitlement. You don't deserve anything. You're not deserving of anything. You have to work for it. There's no there's no cheat codes, no shortcuts. Stop complaining about, what you can and what you can't. I hate that so much though, right? That sense of entitlement really does get on my nerves though, right? Because you've been doing it so long, you think you deserve it. No. It will come to, if you refuse limitations, you're going to continue to get better. You're going to continue to, before I used to actually have before when I was doing my podcast, doing stuff like that, I would have like some type of breakdown, like, okay, this organizer. Now I'm just kind of getting up here and just speaking my piece, speaking things that you need to hear, because I feel like sometimes, like I said, in our community, right, even though we might come from nothing, we may do this stuff, that, and the third. Sometimes we feel like we still deserve more than what we got. Oh yeah, I worked, I came from this background, I worked a little hard, so now I should be here. I have a chip on my shoulder, so I should be here. There's no should be here. There's no should be here. And another thing too, with this sense of entitlement, we think because we did it on our own, yeah, I got it from the muscle, I don't need somebody to do this, that, and the third. I don't need to do this. No. Got that sense of entitlement out. You need people. People, I just read this yesterday. Hold on. Yes. Where's it at? I forget. I just see it. I wrote it just yesterday. It was talking about the idea that I was taking notes in my book. It was talking about the idea that, everyone you meet has an influence on you, right? So you can work with someone or just meet somebody randomly, just have a conversation with them, and what their words saying, they have some type of influence on you. I got to my position at my job because, the first manager I had wasn't, quit in a couple weeks, so I had to be left alone for a little bit. Then my next manager, he didn't teach me anything for 6 months, but I still was getting by. Then I had the person who hired me, who taught me a little bit of things about making a vibe, building a vibe in the store. Then I had my other mentor come in, and he taught me how to reread, how to, get into sales, assumptive sell. Then I had another one teach me delegation. Another one teach me what it's like to be a DM. I had all these mentors build me up. Then I had a great team. I had one teammate that followed me from store to store to store to store. Shout out to him. All these people helped influence me, so that's what took out my sense of entitlement. I owe it all to them because they really helped push me. And I put in the work, right? I refuse no is my limit. I refuse no. There was no limitations, right? Hey, in order for you to meet this guy, meet the president of the company, you got to have 0 to 1 alerts and 6 green boxes and alerts low. And what I do, I went in there, I locked in, I knocked out as many alerts as possible. I did everything that I could because, like I said, you can't, when you show love, when you actually appreciate and have gratitude for this stuff, like for people coming around you, the people around you, the people that helped you get to where you're at, you don't have that sense of entitlement anymore. Now it's more of a sense of, a togetherness. Like, okay, I got here because of this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a lot. It definitely helps you out a lot more. So you really have to cut out that sense of entitlement and start to be more appreciative. Because when you show more gratitude, it actually cuts out that entitlement. Because you're like, okay, now I got here because of this. I don't deserve this, or I shouldn't just have this because, you know what I mean? Now you should, and it's kind of tricky because in a way you should have a mentality that it's there already and you just have to go take it. But actively, that's what I'm talking about. You have to have that attitude, just, gratitude. Cut out the entitlement, and you will watch how much more your business, not even just your business grows, but you grow as a person. when you cut out that entitlement. Nobody likes somebody who thinks that they know everything. Remember that. So I want you guys to keep killing the day truly, and remember, you pray for Mark like this. God be God out.